Now, our next speaker is a player in the payments industry. I believe the only one. I got to know them through me transacting through a different provider, and they integrated with them. And her name is Bode Abifarin, and she's the Chief Operating Officer at Flutterwave. She's responsible for managing the operations of the organization through strategy, implementation, organizational performance, and ensuring that the company meets its overall goals and objectives. Now, before she joined Flutterwave, she's worked as an associate director in KPMG Professional Services over 15 years. That is a lot of experience. Now, this experience covers customer advisory, development of strategy plans and models for financial institutions, organizing as well as proposing ways to scale, improve efficiency and profits. I'd like to invite Bode to the platform. Bode, hi, how are you?
Hi, good afternoon.
Hello, Bode, how are you? It's nice to meet you today.
Yes.
All right, so I'll leave the floor for you to take it off from there and tell us about Flutterwave payments and what we need to do next.
All right, thank you very much, Ben. Hi, good afternoon, everyone.
Hi.
Conrad, please, I would like to share my screen.
Okay, yes, you can. You can go ahead.
Okay, it's saying it's disabled.
Okay, can you try it again?
Okay. Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can.
Okay. All right, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bode. So I'll just spend the next 20 minutes just talking about Flutterwave, the future of payments, and how we're helping businesses. Okay, so just a little background about Flutterwave. So Flutterwave we're a payments infrastructure company. We're enabling African merchants and consumers to transact digitally. Now, the reason why we're here is traditionally, if you look at other environments like in the UK, US, Europe, they have a uniform form of payment. But when you look at Africa, Africa has several different forms of payments. If you go to Kenya, we have M-Pesa. In Nigeria, you have, all forms of payments, cards, cash, all sorts of things. Now, what we're trying to do is to enable people the ability to participate in the global market space. So we're saying, don't worry about all trying to plug in to Tanzania, to Rwanda, to Nigeria. Leave that hard work to us. We've done, we've taken care of all the, can you see my screen? Sorry. Okay, we've taken care of all that hard work. You just need to integrate to us and we'll get you going. So we're an infrastructure company. We're founded in 2016. We're headquartered in Lagos, Nigeria, and San Francisco. We're operational in 15 countries. As at 2020, we have processed almost $9 billion in terms of transactions that have passed through our platform. In terms of our products, so we have two major products. We cater to enterprises, we cater to SMEs, and we also cater to individuals. Now, our products for the enterprises and SMEs is called Flutterwave for Business. So Flutterwave for Business, it's essentially helping you to pay and get paid. So if you have an online business, you're looking for a means of payment, Flutterwave for Business is what you use. I'll talk a bit more about this later. And then we have Barter. So the reason why we started Barter in beta in 2017, where we had about 50,000 users. And the need was, in Nigeria at that point, you couldn't just use your cards anyway. If you couldn't use your card to pay, if you wanted to buy something off Amazon, buy something off, any of the international websites, because the banks had put a cap on it. So it was an innovation that came through that pain point. So we're saying with Barter, you can create a virtual dollar card. And with the virtual dollar card, you can make your payments, you can pay for airtime, you can pay, just pay for anything that you want and create cards, Facebook ads, a lot of things. You just create a virtual dollar card. So that's Barter for the individuals. So in terms of what are the success stories and who are the people using us? Remember I said that we're used by both the enterprises and the SMEs. and we're also used by individuals. So I don't know how many people have heard of Cheaper Cash. So we power Cheaper Cash today. Cheaper Cash, they wanted to integrate. They're like a financial service provider across Africa. They do mobile money, instant cross-border payment. So by connecting to our API, we're able to help them facilitate payments across all their locations. We power Uber today as well. I'm sure a lot of us have taken Uber. If you take an Uber, the payment is powered by Flutterwave. And then we have an SME called Younger Beauty. So Younger Beauty is also one of the SMEs that we're powering on our platform. Okay, I've spoken about Cheaper Cash, so I'll just go to why e-commerce for SMEs. Now, what happened is during the lockdown, during the pandemic, what we found out was that a lot of the mom and pop shops, a lot of the small businesses, a lot of those ones that didn't have access to online, there was an issue in terms of how do I pay? How do I get people to know that they can still buy from me? How do I get people to still transact from me? How do I continue to make revenues? Because if you guys remember, everybody was on lockdown, so there was nothing that we could really that could happen. So we started, and we now came up with what we call the Flutterwave store. So the Flutterwave store is really essentially, you don't have to get a developer, you don't need anyone to help you. Within 5 minutes, you can set up your own store. And it's been amazing because when we started this in April, since we started this in April, we have over 19,000 stores that have set up on the Flutterwave store. Now, what's Flutterwave store about? Flutterwave store is simple and easy to use. So you just essentially go to our website, you click on the store, and I don't know if everybody can hear me because
yes, absolutely, we can hear you. I was about to type
the
Flutterwave store. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So with the Flutterwave store, all you need to do is once you've signed on to the Flutterwave store, you can set up your store, put your store name, put the description of the store, and then it gives you the product details, the size, the image, everything is in the palm of your hand. We give you the link to the store, and your setup is very easy. You can see what I have displayed on the left side of the screen. You put your product description, the weight of the item, and then it's for everyone. So since the lockdown, what we've seen is that the type of businesses that we have seen, if you look at those 19,000 businesses in the beauty space, businesses in the pharmaceuticals, businesses in health, in beauty, in games, education. So even beyond products, if you are selling a service, just yesterday, Faith Foundation was doing they're doing their 10th year anniversary, and they wanted to also put up their books. Within 5 minutes, they were set up and people could buy their books. If you're selling a service and you're into consulting, you can also have that put up on the Flutterwave store. We have so many use cases, but during the pandemic, we saw that this was one of the things. So if you're into food was also one of the areas that we saw, because a lot of people were eating, makeup, clothes, just name it. We have over 19,000 merchants that are doing this on the Flutterwave store today. Okay. So the other thing about the store that we also saw was before, if you were making like hand-woven bags in the corner of your room, maybe you were in Ile-Ife or you were in Rwanda or you were in anywhere that you were, you had access only to the people that came to your physical store. So what we saw was that, even if you display your stores and you're in Lagos Island, you sell fabric, somebody in the UK, Africans are everywhere, Nigerians are everywhere. People got interested, they can see what you have, they make orders, and then, you sort out the delivery. And then it gives you this access to the global market space that we're trying to do. So part of the benefits is your brand visibility. You don't need a website. You can easily set it up. You can list your product. It gives you access to all the inventory. It comes with a delivery system. You have multiple payment options. You can accept local and international. It has inbuilt fraud management solution. So these are the cost implications. There's no setup fee, just the normal transaction fees for local and international. I think one of the things that we also saw for the businesses was, okay, now I have all my goods, I've set up my store. how do I make sure people are looking at my store? How do I make sure people are interested in my store? What do I need to do? How do I take care of my revenue? So since April, every Monday, we've been running a series called Grow My Business webinar. So at the Grow My Business webinar, we've been talking to, we have like industry and subject matter experts that come. They've talked about things varying from customer service, managing your revenue, how to grow within the pandemic, just training and teaching, even in terms of how to increase your sales. So Lawrence mentioned Instagram, and when he mentioned Burger, is interesting because a lot of the Instagram sellers, so you still have to ask, okay, what's the price? DM me for price. But this one, the payment is already embedded. You can see the payment. You can see the stock. If you have two left, if it's out of stock, all of this is easily seen when you set up the store. Apart from the store, what we have also seen that is a use case is payment links. So with payment links, you can easily generate a payment link as well. So if you look at the left side, you see the store, and then under it is the payment links when you're signing up. With the payment link, you can create a single charge, a subscription link, a donation page. Now a single charge. So let me give you a use case for this. Before COVID struck, I was part of this dance class. It's on Tuesdays and on Fridays. So when we go there, the first time I went there, the guy was at the door collecting money. I was like, why don't you just set up a payment link? And he did the payment link. He puts it on the WhatsApp. It's a recurring payment link. So every time he just sends us the payment link, the payment page comes up, and you just need to input your details with whatever payment checkout you choose. And he has all of this. It comes with a dashboard, so you can easily see everybody that is paying you, when they paid you, all of those, and you can manage it very effectively. Another good thing about this is also the invoicing part. You can create an invoice, send an invoice, because we're giving you a website without going through any integration. Invoices is also part of it because it also adds to the business. You're a business, you're growing, and it's from this foundation that you continue to build on to become like a larger SME, and you become a full enterprise. Okay, so I said it, no more DM me for price, stop waiting for account details. That's the Flutterwave store. So in terms of impact during the COVID, we've seen there was a Collar's egg factory. You can see how it was able to grow. I think for us is the growth that we have seen. Somebody that is selling 15, because this is also powered by analytics. You can see everything on your dashboard. You can know when people are paying you the most, what day of the week they are paying you the most. All of that is available on the dashboard. So you see people that were selling 500 begin to sell 1,000. It's really been amazing just seeing how businesses continue to use this to grow. Part of what we've also done is a lot of helping the stores as well to promote the businesses. This year, I'm sure a lot of you saw ads on all over the TV. Were on BB Nigeria as well. They were tasked around the store so that people begin to know the businesses. So like this smoky barbecue, if you type them in on Google, you see they just come up and you can order straight from here. So this is also Kigali Farm, one of the merchants in Rwanda that was using this as well to power artisan market. Okay, and then just a lot of articles that to help businesses as well. Yeah, so that's really what it has been. Now, in terms of the future, because I was also asked to talk about the future of e-commerce, right? So in terms of the future of e-commerce, the thing is now, because we have seen that it's very, when you give businesses the platform to grow, there are a number of things. So the first one is access. Businesses just need the access. So, can I access my customers from anywhere around the world? The second thing is, how difficult are we making it for even these businesses to transact? Now, remember I told you we have enterprises, we have SMBs, we have individuals. Compliance, just also thinking through what sort of compliance requirements do you need to onboard somebody that is selling from the back of their booth, somebody that is selling on Instagram. All of those things are also critical. How do you manage fraud? How do you manage all of those are some of the critical things. And I think in a lot of African countries as well, there's increasing support for SMEs through funding, through all different sorts of avenues to ensure that, because e-commerce is the life of the economy, indeed. So that's my presentation. I'm going to share the links to everything I've said, some of the YouTube videos and all of that. If you want to learn more about the store, if you want to learn more about Flutterwave, set up your business, yes, we're here for you. Our mission is simplifying payments for endless possibilities. Thank you.
Wow, that is amazing, amazing. I mean, thank you so much, Bode, for that. I believe there's so much to gain and to learn from Flutterwave, and also thank you for providing that insight into into what's been happening within the COVID season. I'm sure someone here would like to get to know more, and I can see some of the questions coming in. And just to let you know, the link for the Flutterwave site has been posted on the group chat if you want to see what that how is that, and then some more information about the slides we provided to you. Thank you again for that, for Bode.